Hey, what's up guys? Tactical Pickle here, and today I want to give a huge shout out to a commenter, FRIZZY DERP. On my mechanical keyboard video for the Eagletec keyboard, he actually posted a comment pointing out that there was a few features on that keyboard that were left out during that video. So because of him, I wanted to do a shout out and a follow-up video showcasing all the features that are actually located on the keyboard for the lighting and stuff like that. So this will be a walkthrough on how to actually access each one of those ones and all the different ones that I found. So again, thank you, FRIZZY DERP. I'm going to cut the lights, get set up, and we'll go through the keyboard. Alright guys, so now that I got the keyboard set up, I'm just going to point out a couple of keys so when we get started. So the big one that we're going to be using a lot is the function keys. So this is what you're actually going to press and hold to access each of the individual features. So if you look at the different keys here, the white stuff lined out in white, that's actually the what you can access holding the function key. So some of the key features, holding function, the up and down arrow keys will actually adjust the brightness of the color. As you can see here, when these start flashing, you actually reach the max. So if you're going up, that's the max brightness when that starts flashing. If you go down, obviously when they're off, that's the lowest brightness setting. So let's go ahead and crank that back up. So right here, this will actually cycle the colors. So when one of the features, if they actually have the ability to change a color, function plus this key here will actually cycle the colors. This key, if you hold function, and this one here, when you press it, this will actually change the direction of the actual lighting effect when that comes into play. So, and then these two keys right here, the plus and minus key, holding the function, pressing down will actually slow down the speed of the lighting effect, and function up will actually increase the speed of the actual lighting effect. And then over here, we'll be using this, the tilde key, I believe it's what it's called. But that'll be one of the last features that we actually touch on. So let's go ahead and get in it. So we'll be starting over here with these keys here, labeled 1 through 3. So before in my video, I thought each one only had one color function, but it turns out each one of them has 3, which is pretty cool. There's actually one that I believe has a repeat, but we'll get into that. So we'll start with function insert 1. So insert 1 is kind of a just a solid color, and what it's doing is it's going to slowly cycle through each of the different colors. So we'll go ahead, and this one you can change the speed on. So there we go, we got the fast speed, and what it's going to do is like slowly go through all the different colors, which is pretty cool. So that's insert 1. The second one here is this is the pulse feature. So what it's going to do is it's going to pulse through, or pulse whatever color that you have. And this one you can actually change the speed, the brightness, as well as the color. So as you can see here, we can change to the different colors just by pressing this key here. So let's go to the third one. So as you can see, this is the solid color. So this is just going to be only one solid color that's lit up on your key. There's no cycle, no nothing. It's just, you know, a solid color. And when you press it, it's pretty cool. It comes out from the center as it changes the different colors here. And then obviously you have the multicolor rainbow feature. So let's go to the second one. So now we're switching over to home. So the first one here, this is actually going to be the key pulse. So let's go ahead and slow that down. So what this is going to do is it's going to pulse out from whatever key that you press on the keyboard. So it'll pulse out. This one you can, you know, change the color, and you can change the speed with these keys here. And I don't believe this one you can change the direction of it. It just pulses out from the key. So the next one will go here. So this one is actually key press fade. So when you press on a key, it'll light up and then it'll slowly fade out. So as you're pressing, the keys will slowly fade out. This one, you can change the speed of how fast it fades out as well as the brightness, but that's it. And then last one I believe we have is so yeah, this is the row pulse. So whenever you press a key in a row, it's going to pulse the lighting down the row. So this one you can actually change the color here, and then you can also change the speed. So now we're on to the third one, page up here. So let's go function page up. So this one here is just a wave of color, depending on, you can change the color here with this one, as well as the speed. This one I don't believe you can change the direction now. So this one is just a wave that'll go through, which is kind of cool. So let's go to the next one. So this one's kind of cool. It starts at the opposite corners and then it lights the keys. It'll spin in a circle and then it kind of explodes, which is kind of cool. So this one, you can actually change the color and then boom, it'll, send out the light pulse, which is kind of cool. So now on to the third one for this one. This is kind of like a raining effect, which is kind of cool. So you can cycle through the colors just like on the other one. Do the speed, if you want it to go pretty fast or pretty slow. So yeah, so that one's pretty cool. Let's switch over to delete now. So this is kind of a pulsing wave or a fade wave, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, it's kind of fades as it goes across. You can cycle the color. And this is actually the first one that you can change the direction of which way it goes. So as you can see, we just changed the direction. Now it goes this way with the fade. As you see right here, it fades across. Increase the speed just so you can get a better look at the direction change. So as you can see, it changes the direction there. So we'll go on to the next one. So this is a single direction pulse wave. So as you can see, we can change the direction on which way we want it to go. This one you can change the speed and the brightness as well as the color. So pretty cool. So on to the third feature. So this is kind of a swirl feature. This one you can change the color, obviously, and then also this one as well, you can change the direction of how the lights swirl on your keyboard. This one as well, you can change the speed, which is pretty cool. So this one can do the direction, color, speed, and brightness. So that is the last one for delete. So let's move over to end. So this is just the color key change, I believe. So each one of the keys on here is actually going to just slowly cycle the different colors. You can't change the color, can't change the direction, but I do believe you can increase the speed. Okay, so there you go. You get a little better idea. This one is not very cool in my opinion, I guess. I mean, I guess the coloring on the keys isn't as bright as it is for some of the other ones. So not one of my favorite ones, but let's go ahead and go to the second one. So this is just another random key color as it pops up. These are also those kind of pastel version of the colors. So can't change the color on this one. This is really just the speed and brightness when you're changing these as well. So let's go to the last one. So this one here, it's going to change the color row by row as it kind of goes through. This one you can't change the color as well. This is just the speed as well as the brightness. So this one's going to go top to bottom as it goes down and slowly brings the color row by row. So that's a pretty cool one. And then lastly, here we go. Now we got page down. So the very first one is going to be a bouncing wave. So what it'll do is it'll go from one side to another, hit, and then it'll just keep going back and forth as it waves across. This one, you can actually change the color, cycle through the different colors. Can't change the direction, mostly because it's going to go back and forth. Can change the speed as well as the brightness. So function. So this is also just the solid color again. You can cycle through the different colors. This was one of the repeats that I was talking about, where it's just the solid color. So lastly, on page down, we have center circle, which is really cool. It's the rainbow center circle. So what it's going to do is you got your rainbows coming from each side of the keyboard that's just going to go right towards the center with the rainbow, as you can see. Speeding it up gives you a really good idea of what the function actually does. And so that's it for all these features located right here. So each one of these has 3 features, 3 color features, which is pretty cool. And then one feature that I found out, which was pretty cool, is if you hold function print screen, what it's going to do is it's going to erase your current effect. You can see it as it does this, and then it'll default back to this rainbow pattern where it's just going to cycle through the colors in a wave across on your keyboard. So now let's go on to the last feature, which actually commenter FRIZZY DERP had pointed out, which is really cool. So if you hold function key and press the tilde key, which is right below the escape key here, the first function that it'll put you into, I kind of call it the gamer mode, because it highlights WSD and R and here. But what you're going to want to do is, now we're going to put the keyboard into edit mode, which will allow you to actually change the color of any key on here to a specific color that you like. So you hold function, you'll press the tilde key, and you'll see that the lights start flashing. So what this does is this puts it into edit mode. And so one feature to note is the tilde key, when you're in edit mode, this will actually display what color you're changing the keys. So right now it's blank or off. So once you release the function key, any key that you press will turn off the light. Okay, so turn off any light that you want. Still flashing, so we're still in edit mode. So what you can do is, if you hold function and press the color change key, so you see right here our tilde key lit up, so that's actually the color of whatever key press that you want to edit. So if you release the function key, any key that you press will actually light up that color. So as you can see, every key that we press is now lit on with the red color. So we're still in edit mode. So if you hold function, you then change the key color. So let's go with a contrasting color. So there we got green. So now we can press any of these other keys that we want, and they're lit up with green. And then we can go over here, change it to blue, and this will allow you to pretty much set up any color scheme that you want. Say if you want a specific color on a row, all you have to do is go to that color, and then you can just tap out all the keys in that row that you want that color. Or if you want just specifically WSD, and that's it lit up. So let's go ahead and get back to this one. So this one will actually turn off any light that you have selected, allowing you to basically edit any key that you want. So say you just want WSD lit up, if you're gaming on this, or if you want to do a color scheme where you know, you want to highlight specific keys a certain color. If, you know, you're playing like an MMO and you want, you know, defensive spells to be blue and attack spells to be red, and, you know, buffs to be orange, you know, you can set that up, you know, just by doing this. And when you have your color scheme all set up, all you have to do again is press function tilde key and you'll leave edit mode, and now as you can see, your keys are set up the way that you wanted, and it'll function like your normal keyboard. And if you don't like it, you know, we can just do like what I talked before, function print screen, and what this will do is you'll see the wave go around the keyboard, and then it'll go back to the default wave. So that pretty much will reset the keyboard back to the default setting, and then you can press here, puts it into just a default looking gamer mode like I was talking. So, and then once again puts you into edit mode, function over here, cycle your color. Now any key that you press will be lit up that specific color. So that's pretty much all the features on the keyboard. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up the video for today. Hopefully you found it helpful. And yeah, once again, that's an awesome keyboard, and another big shout out again to FRIZZY DERP. You know, thank you for pointing that out. There's so many awesome features on that keyboard that I can't believe I missed, but thanks to you, I was able to make this video and actually bring that to light. Hopefully anybody else that owns this keyboard and has been watching the videos here, hopefully this will help you out. And let me know down in the comments below what you guys think is the coolest lighting feature. What is your favorite lighting feature that's actually available on this keyboard? I'm kind of torn between a couple of them. I really love the key press where it pulses out the color from whatever you press. I do love the feature that you can actually edit every individual key with a specific color if you want. And then also I love the different rainbow ones where it's actually really bright and cycles through the different colors on there. So there's a lot of really cool ones on there that you can do strictly from the keyboard. So let me know down in the comments below what's your favorite, and what I'll do is I'll below the video I'll actually put a actual type out what each one does and kind of how to access them as a quick reference, so you don't got to watch the video every time if you are trying to remember how to access a specific color, or, you know, which one's on there. I'll have it listed down below of, you know, insert key, you know, 1, 2, and 3, what they do and what you can actually change on them as I listed in the video. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. I'll have another video out here soon of the 100 subscriber giveaway. Looks like the 5 mouse pads actually won by a landslide. So I'll go ahead and get those ordered. I'll get the giveaway set up, and we'll get that started so I can get those awesome mouse pads out to you guys. I still use mine every day. I love it. Great mouse pad. And once again, thank you guys for all the support. Awesome that we hit 100 subscribers. I think I'm actually sitting at 103, which is awesome. Hopefully we can just keep on going. Start of the new year, I'll get back into making more frequent videos. Been busy with work and everything over the last couple weeks, so my videos kind of lulled, but thank you guys for sticking around, and hopefully I can get more active again as I get my 3D printer set up and running more frequent, and get some other cool cosplay stuff 3D printed. And yeah, thanks again guys, and I'll see you next video.